everyone, welcome back to my channel. So you can tell by the title, this is a pretty personal video. This video is something, well, it's a subject that's very sensitive for me. I'm a very sensitive person, and I'm doing this one because I could potentially be helping someone else, and also because I need to get it out. And also because I want you guys to get a little bit more in depth with who I am. I know I don't show a lot of like my personality. I feel like I show a good amount of my personality here on YouTube, but you guys don't get to see all of Brittany. So, and you know, I could be helping someone. So we're gonna be talking about why I'm single, how I feel about that, you know, getting back on the dating scene, and the type of guys that I go for or that I'm looking for. So yeah, just so you guys can get an insight on who I am. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. So first things first, I'm gonna give you guys a little backstory. So I've been single now for about 1.5 years. My last relationship was for 8 years. I met him when I was 16 and we broke up. I was 23. Going on 24, I believe. No, I was 23 when we broke up. And that was hard. You know, heartbreak is very hard, but I think this breakup, I guess you could say this breakup broke me. I was so far gone, like my mind, I didn't know what was even happening. I think it took me about a week to really, that's when it really started setting in that we weren't together anymore. And that was like the hardest thing to deal with. I mean, the realization of like no, Brittany, like this, like that's it, it's done. And it doesn't matter the reason why we broke up, doesn't matter, but I think when you love somebody, no matter what the reason is you guys broke up, that person isn't there anymore. And when we broke up, that was the mindset that I was in. Like, everybody keeps telling me it's gonna get better, but this can't get better. What better can come out of this? Like, what bright side is there that the man that I've spent 8 years with, in a relationship with for 8 years, known for 12, is no longer there? Literally, I cried about this every single day for at least 4 months straight. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it was that bad. Like, literally, I couldn't get out of bed. We all know what heartbreak is like, but for me, the ending of this relationship was so hard, to the point where my heart broke so bad my chest hurt. Like, have you ever had heartbreak to the point to where you literally, you're in physical pain? And that was so hard for me. And I think the first thing I thought about when I did start to like stop crying over it, because I feel like, not saying you'll never get over it, and it does get better. Let me go back to that, is that even though you may feel like, oh, it's not going to get better, I am living proof it does get better. But the ending of that relationship did cripple me in ways, and I will share that with you in a second. I really don't want this video to be too long, but I will share with you how the ending of that relationship did cripple me in a few ways. Baby, it gets better. Like, please believe me. You will get over it. But I just hate people who try to push you to get over it. Like, get over it on your own time. For some people who are around me, felt like 4 months was just way too long for me to be upset over this. Like, 4 months was just way too long, without even thinking like she spent 8 years with this person. Whether our relationship went up or down, I was in a relationship with this person for 8 freaking years. Like, I don't care if it takes me a year to get over it. I'm gonna spend my time getting over it. Anytime I feel like I need to cry, I let it out. And for the first time in my life, the ending of this relationship was the first time in my life where I didn't try to pretend like I was this big strong person. Because people who are really close to me, and I don't let a lot of people get really close to me. I'm not that kind of person. I keep a lot of people at an arm's distance. But people who are really close to me, like really close to me, they know I'm a very emotional, sensitive person. But I don't let a lot of people see that side of me. Like, people right now who think they know me could watch this video and be like, yeah, right, whatever, like, no way. And it's like, people who know me knows I'm a very sensitive person, okay? If I finally need to cry about something, you better get me the Kleenex. I will let it out. I will cry. And I'm very emotional. I'm a very emotional human being, a very emotional woman. Now that it's a year, or about a year and a half later, I want to date again, but dating scares the absolute shit out of me. Like, dating scares me. I'm very paranoid. I'm very into what are your motives. Like, when I meet somebody new, I'm not into meeting new people. And that's the sad part, is that sometimes meeting new people, it scares me. I'm a very shy person. Like, I've always been that way since I was a little kid. I'm very shy around meeting new people. I'm very nervous around meeting new people. When you first meet me, I may come off extremely quiet because I'm very observant. I like to observative, whatever the word is. I like to observe my surroundings and see what's going on around me before I open myself up. I can sit here and be myself around you guys. That's what I'm trying to say, is that I'm always scared to be around people and be myself. And around you guys, I can be myself. I can be myself in my comments. I can be myself on my Instagram. I can be myself. I like situations where I can be myself, because then I'm most comfortable being me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody is like that. You're most comfortable when you can just be yourself, you know? And I'm a big believer in you attract what you project. The type of person that you are and that you project to the world, you'll attract that same person. So I don't know what I'm projecting, because I am attracting these little ass boys. Like, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, dating, you guys. I want to date, but I'm so nervous. Now, back to what I was saying earlier about that relationship crippling me. That relationship really crippled me because I'm very scared to open myself to someone. Like, my ex walked away from our 8-year relationship, and all I could think it was like, he knew all my secrets. All my secrets, all my fears, all my dreams, all my wishes. Like, that person knew me down to the raw nitty-gritty, knew me. And then to know me that way and to walk away was just like, I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to get to know somebody and open myself up to where I'm like not physically naked, but down to my naked human self, and they leave. And I know, like, that's probably a childish fear to have, but that is a fear that I have. And that's why I'm so scared to date. And it's so scary to me. And I'm always like, what, you know, with the eye, you know, like, why are you here? Who sent you? You know? I'm so paranoid like that. Like, so I try not to be that way, but that is how I am. And it really sucks, and I get really discouraged because I am ready to meet my future husband. I am ready to meet my future father of my kids. I am 25. I don't have time for these games. And that has hindered that mindset. I feel, please don't come at me in my comments, but I feel it has hindered me because I come off very standoffish sometimes. And to men, if you really were to see me outside of this YouTube stuff, like these lights and this camera, I can be very intimidating, and I've known this since I was a teenager. Some guys just don't approach me, and I'm not the type of girl that, the ideal girl that guys are going for right now. I'm not that girl, and I know I'm not that girl, and I'm not gonna try to be that girl. Like, hourglass shape, Amber Rose, all these Instagram models or whatever. I'm not that girl. I think I'm a very beautiful person inside and out, but I'm not that girl. So I am that strong person, and some men or boys can be very intimidated by me, and I just learned to be like, it is what it is. I try to be more feminine, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when I do try to be more feminine, I try to be really careful with it because I don't want to attract the wrong attention. Even though sometimes it comes anyway, but I do want to date, and I am open to dating, but I just don't know how to date, you know? That type of guy that I'm looking for, I want him to be different. But I don't want to have to say, oh, he's different because he's this, this, and this. I want to be able to say he's different because I just something about him, I can't put my finger on it. I want that effect, and it really sucks because I thought I found that in someone, but that person just didn't want the same things that I wanted. We were too different. So I want somebody that is different from me, but in a way we're kind of on the same wavelength. He has to be funny. He has to be, you know, have a great even if he doesn't have a great background, because my ex-boyfriend came from a really hard background, total opposite of mine. Not saying mine is much better than his, but we came from two separate backgrounds, so I don't really mind that. But I want somebody who's focused and ambitious and who wants so much more out of this life we were given, and someone who's so conscious about what's going on around them. I don't want the guy who's, you know, the flies on the block, or who has the most money on the block, okay? I want the man who's barely on the block because his ass is at work, okay? Let me tell you, getting this point, okay? He has to get this point. So, and a man who's my equal. And I think that's another reason why, even though I was so heartbroken that my relationship and my 8-year relationship ended, I think the bright side of it ending was that I was not being belittled anymore. I was not being verbally abused anymore. I was not being, you know, heartbroken anymore. Like when somebody, I don't think my ex ever stopped loving me. I think he stopped respecting me, and that's what makes it worse. A man may love you and never stop loving you, but when he stops respecting you, that's the absolute worst. It's like, women may think the end of the world is when a man stops loving them. No, but when he stops respecting you, it's no holds barred. It's open season for that man to do anything he wants to, because he no longer respects you, not only as his woman but as his partner, or as anything. Once he stops respecting you, that's when everything falls apart. And you know, I want somebody who will always respects me and look at me as an equal. And that's, I think I just have to overcome all my fears and just stand up and realize that I overcame something that broke me, and it made me so much stronger. My skin is not as thick as I wanted it to be, but I'm getting there. I'm still a work in progress. And that's what life is all about. Life is all about evolution and just really getting through things. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because it is getting a little long, I can see from my timer. But I really hope this video was able to help you guys and get a little insight on me, because this is really how I'm feeling right now. I'm really sharing with you guys how I'm feeling. But yeah, I really wanted to show you guys what I've been feeling and what's been going on inside my little noggin. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video.